Life, you got me weak.
Life's a gamble, cars in the air. Stack decks cheating, but nobody cares. You hustle a fold, that's the game we play. The dealer's blind to the price we pay. Life's a gamble, a hot topic today. Roll the dice, but the odds never sway. Talk about it, fight about it, find a way. Life's a gamble every single day. Politicians lie while the streets stay raw. Laws get written, but who writes the law? Rich stay climbing, poor dig deep. Dreams so cheap while the shadows creep. Hey, money is power, so they say. But what's the cost when your soul's in play? Life's a gamble, a hot topic today. Roll the dice, but the odds never sway. Talk about it, fight about it, find a way. Life's a gamble every single day. What will you do when the stakes rise high? When the truth's a whisper and the world's a lie. Better know your line, what you won't cross. A win's no win when your soul is lost. Yeah. I'm D in the plug. Yeah. Tune in the day and the word to the wise. If you don't know what you will do for money, you better know what you won't do for it. You better know what you won't do for it. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? What's good? I'll be joining y'all in just a second. Give me just a second, sending out some notifications real quick. Give me just a second, We about to go in tonight, y'all. We about to go in. Y'all, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in tonight. All right, let's get it. What's happening? What's up, everybody? I hope y'all doing good today. On this rainy Tuesday night, I hope y'all had a wonderful Memorial Day. I hope y'all got to eat some of the great food that you probably been wanting. Some ribs. I cooked some ribs myself, y'all, and I must say, they was finger-licking delicious. You hear me? Best ribs I've ever made. Next time, I'm gonna have to invite y'all, all right? Well, yeah, thanks for tuning in, y'all. We're gonna have a little topic today about the crowd, y'all. And why some of the people who don't like to follow the crowd sometimes look weird or lame to some people. But before I go there, y'all know I promote. Anybody got any small businesses? Anything you got going on that you need some promotion? Feel free to hit me up. There will be a small fee. Ladies, the summertime is approaching. I know y'all gonna need your braids, all your hair needs and everything. And I got the perfect person for you. You can hit up my friend right here. She'll have you set, and she do a good job, y'all. I've seen her in action. She do a wonderful job, y'all. Y'all see the number on the bottom of the flyer. If you put in some if you want to get your hair done between June the 1st and 8th, you get those discounted prices, all right? So if y'all need to hit me up to get in touch with, or y'all can hit her up directly and get that hair ready for the summertime, y'all. I know y'all want to be on flick, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all want to get them knots and edges right and all that shit. So this is the perfect person for you. Like I said, if y'all got anything y'all want me to help promote, just let me know, okay? So we're going to get into this. Let me take that off. And as y'all come in, y'all go. I'm hoping y'all watching on YouTube. I prefer y'all to watch on YouTube. I got the links on Facebook and everything. But as y'all come in, y'all go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I thank you all in advance. Much love to everybody who shows me support. Ooh, yes. All right, y'all. Have y'all ever got yourself in trouble trying to follow a crowd before? I'll be honest, if you have, put a thumbs up in the chat. If you ever caught yourself in a situation trying to follow a crowd, And be honest, we all grown. We can be honest. We can have this discussion so some of the youngsters don't have to follow in our footsteps. Because there's some trouble you can get in these days that's hard to get out, and sometimes you can't get out of those problems. So you got to be careful who you surround yourself with. And don't give a damn about somebody thinking you antisocial. You can't worry about what they think. You trying to survive. The key is survive, right? And if you're going to commit a crime, I'm not condoning any crimes, but if you're going to commit a crime, the plan is to get away with the crime, right? And you'll usually be unsuccessful following the crowd. I'm going to just let y'all know that from the jump. Many of y'all probably already know that. So y'all, let's see. I think I got a good little topic for y'all tonight. Hopefully we can all learn something from each other. I might take a few call-ins, y'all. You know, following crowds blindly can destroy people. Because crowds, they don't always think. Only thing crowds do is react. And that's a dangerous situation. When people get emotionally attached to groups, they stop using their individual judgment. And at that point, now they just doing things just because everybody else is doing it. And that's how people end up, as y'all call it, crashing out. Ruining relationships with family members, their friends, their parents. Start joining gangs, bullying innocent people. Spreading lies. Destroying their own future. And throwing away their morals just to fit in with a group. A crowd can make normal behavior feel normal. I think history had proved over and over and over again that large groups of people can be completely wrong. A lot of people sometimes don't even believe what they support. A lot of people just scared to stand alone in certain situations. And that's the reason why peer pressure is so powerful. I think humans naturally want to feel belong to something. That's just my opinion. But belonging to something without thinking becomes slavery. Y'all follow me now? Sometimes that crowd rewards stupidity. Y'all see it every day. Y'all see it every day. If you open your eyes, you see it every day. Those crowds reward stupidity and toxicity. And that crowd will sometimes punish your truth. That's why independent thinking matters a lot. If you always follow the crowd, you lose your identity. You'll lose your critical thinking. And then you become easier to manipulate. And then you start depending on somebody else's approval to survive emotionally. That's why a lot of people, they panic when they feel like they're unpopular. They built their own self-worth on acceptance instead of principles. And another thing is crowds will remove accountability. People do reckless shit to fit in groups that they would never do if they was alone. I guess you can call that like a mob mentality. They'll do some stupid shit just to get along. Go along and get along. You take one emotional person, then that becomes 10 emotional people in a group. And all logical thinking is out the window. It just all disappear. That's why you got these mobs online and shit. You got riots and gang violence and group bullying. Because that crowd creates some type of emotional safety for weak behavior. Read the comment. Facts, for sure. Thanks for tuning in. Please go subscribe to that YouTube channel. Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance. A crowd can become impulsive and dangerous real fast, y'all. That's why it's a must that you know how to stand alone mentally. Not because the other people that you surround yourself are bad people. It's because you'll lose yourself when y'all doing group thinking. Real strength and real power is being able to say, nah, I don't give a damn what everybody else doing. It's still wrong. And I don't want to participate. When you can show courage and stand against what the crowd is doing, then you are your individual self. And that takes a lot of courage. A lot of people don't fear being wrong. A lot of people fear being rejected. And that fear can control a lot of lives, y'all. As y'all come in, let me know who's in the chat with me. Y'all put a thumbs up. Let me know you're here with me. And I thank y'all for coming in and joining me tonight. Y'all could have been doing any other thing, but y'all here with me tonight. And I appreciate y'all for coming in here. Yes, indeed. All right, let me cut that out. Let me go back to the comments real quick, y'all. Thanks for joining. All right. Some of y'all did what I asked y'all to do. Y'all watching on YouTube instead of Facebook. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. All right, so y'all see what the subject is for the night or the topic. Tonight we talking about some things that most people too scared to admit. Do y'all realize a lot of people are they are weak alone? That's why they need crowds. That's why they need the gangs. That's why they need the cliques and the group chats. That's why they need that validation. A lot of people scared to stand on their own. And I know some people might listen to what I'm saying tonight and they might get in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Get all emotional, hearing what I'm saying. But the uncomfortable truth is still the truth. See, a lot of people out here pretend and they really don't have any any real confidence. I like to say they borrow confidence. They have artificial strength. Some of these guys, if you take away their homeboys, you take away their Instagram followers, they'll collapse. They'll have a mental breakdown. Because a lot of people never built themselves internally. They only learn how to survive being attached to groups. You feel me? So in reality, weak people, y'all notice what I said, weak people love crowds. Like, because I said earlier, crowds remove accountability. One weak ass dude alone is usually cautious. But if you put that same dude with 5 other emotional crash outs, now all of a sudden he loud, all of a sudden he disrespectful, and all of a sudden want to fight everybody. Because groups will give weak people artificial courage. That's why that mob mentality is dangerous. You got to learn how to stand on your own too. Don't never let nobody manipulate you into doing anything you don't want to do. A lot of people, especially young folks, they are influenced by a lot of people. You got some of these kids are more influenced by their peers than they are their own parents. Well, thank you. I'm glad y'all tuning in. Like I said earlier, if you haven't done so, for the ones who's just not coming in, y'all go over there and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Y'all go over there and subscribe. And if I'm saying anything wrong that you don't disagree with, y'all feel free to let me know. I might even take a few callers tonight. I'll take some callers tonight, I guess. Because I'm sure y'all all have had some type of trouble you got yourself into trying to follow a crowd. You're not less than when you don't want to follow a crowd. You just grown mentally and you see life differently from what they see. And it's nothing wrong to hang with crowds, but I suggest you hang around the right crowd. See, individually, some people are cowards. And collectively, they can be destructive. That's why a lot of people want to jump people. That's why people jump people instead of fighting one-on-one. You see mobs on the internet attacking people. They might attack strangers. And you have these weak-minded people. And when I say weak, y'all, I'm not necessarily speaking on a physical attribute. I'm not necessarily speaking physical. I'm talking about mentally. Weak people become reckless around backup. When they got their friends with them, they get reckless. They think they Superman because they got help. So I'm gonna just keep it raw tonight, y'all. I'm gonna keep it raw. Half of these guys out here be claiming they so gangster. Alone, they're not dangerous. You take away that crowd, their whole personality will disappear. y'all probably heard the saying that a real dangerous person, they usually keep calm. They don't fold, they don't crack under pressure. You know what I'm saying? They don't crack under pressure. The loudest dudes are usually the weakest mentally. You know that fake toughness people be performing out here? See, they need witnesses. You know what I'm saying? An insecure dude gonna always perform and put on as he tough. Always talking about what they'll do. Always threatening somebody. Sometimes may flash weapons. Always trying to prove something to somebody. But real confidence, it can come in the form of silence. Weakness is loud as hell. A person with a loud mouth will never scare me. I gotta watch the quiet people. A lot of people, they don't live, they don't think for themselves. Let me go to the comments. They don't think for themselves. They follow an energy. You know, when the emotions take over a crowd of people, let alone one person, but when you got emotions taking on a crowd of people, all logic disappears. You know that them cowards, they can multiply in groups. And them weak people, they become dangerous when accountability disappears. But you know why most people can't stand alone? Because that silence exposes identity. When people are alone, they forced to face themselves with no distractions. No applauses. And with no fake support, it's just them standing on their own. And a lot of people secretly don't like those type of people. For some reason, a lot of people don't like the person that like to stand alone. Because those people constantly need noise. They always got to be online. Always got to be in drama. Always got to be in a relationship. And always around crowds, seeking attention. Silence forces self-reflection. And a broken person hates self-reflection. And now with the social media, it's done made the follower mentality even worse. Now everybody belongs to some damn emotional, I'm gonna just call it an emotional internet gang. A relationship gang, a politic gang, a gender war gang, a celebrity worship gang, a fake woke gang. People don't even give a damn about the truth no more. They care about belonging to something. I ain't gonna hold y'all on here too long, but I'm glad y'all tuned in. I thank y'all for supporting me. But once somebody is addicted to validation, they can become programmable. Y'all know everything on the internet is a performance now. Everything is fake. People don't even want to express their real opinions. They'll say whatever just to get some approval, or say whatever they feel like the public opinion is, or they'll say whatever just so their friends won't, talk shit about them. You know what I'm saying? They'll say anything. Even if they know it's wrong what they saying. But just to go along and get along, they'll go with it. People will switch their damn morals depending on what's trending. I know y'all thinking like, damn, I wish she'll smoke that black and mild or just put it down. I'll keep firing it up every 5 minutes. That's all right, that's my prerogative. Yeah, people will switch their damn morals depending on what's trending. The weak-minded, they gonna follow the waves. But the strong-minded people gonna question them. A weak person, mentally, remember, we're not talking about physical. But a weak person is easier to manipulate. That's why you got these gang members, these older guys and these gang members, they go try to recruit the emotional broken people. And then that's why the crowds become violent sometimes. Those people who searching for identity are very vulnerable. A strong-minded person asks questions. A weak-minded person follows emotion. And the thing is, a lot of these damn followers, they was created as kids. They was created as kids. And if y'all just now joining, ladies, if y'all need your hair done for the summer, I got the perfect person for you. Through June 1st through June 8th, discounted prices. And she'll have y'all looking good for the summer. I might go get my dreads redone or something. You know what I'm saying? About that time. But yeah, show that support, Show your support. And if anybody else need me to promote anything for them, y'all let me know. Give me a holler. It's going to be a small fee, though. Gonna tell you that now. Not too much, though. Not too much. Just, just for my time. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I ain't trying to get rich off of y'all. But yeah, let me stay on point. What was I saying? A lot of kids, a lot of followers was created as kids. Because they didn't have no guidance. They didn't have no discipline. They didn't have no emotional security. And no confidence. No structure. So now they grown physically, but mentally still searching for acceptance. Like some kids, like some little ass children. That's why the gangs are so attractive to these guys and ladies, well, young girls. Sometimes it ain't about the getting money in the gang culture, in the street life. It ain't always about getting money. Sometimes it's just those are the first people that made them feel important. That emotional hunger, that shit real. A broken person, y'all listen to me now. A broken person would choose toxic loyalty over loneliness every time. I'm gonna tell you something else. A lot of weak people don't respect kindness. I want y'all to think about that. A lot of weak people don't respect kindness. They only respect strength. You can help somebody, you can love somebody, and you can support somebody. But if you too nice, a weak-minded person will mistake your kindness for weakness. That's why a lot of people only behave around consequences. Society now glorifies emotional instability and people who crash out online. People throwing away their freedom just for some temporary attention. You got people out here want to be popular for 15 minutes and go waste 15 years of their life in a prison somewhere just for 15 minutes of fame or popularity. And guess what? The internet rewarding that shit. You see somebody lose control, their emotional control online, they'll get millions and millions of views. You see somebody destroying their life in public, we think it's entertainment. That ain't no damn entertainment. That emotional weakness is getting celebrated as authenticity. A grown man knows how to control his emotions. An emotional boy, he'll react to everything. That's why a lot of guys, they can't walk away from disrespect. They gotta feel proven. They can't walk away from the disrespect. Because their damn ego is stronger than their intelligence. I'm gonna say that again. Their ego is stronger than their intelligence. That's some dangerous shit. And that's not strength, my people. That's not strength. I'm gonna call that emotional slavery. You know, y'all know people can be still enslaved in their mind. So I'm gonna call this emotional slavery. Independent people can make weak people feel uncomfortable. Because they expose insecurity. Y'all following along with me? Am I saying some real shit for y'all tonight? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if y'all know some crash out dummies. Just react without thinking. Gotta want to fit in all the time. You got people probably got clothes in their closet that they probably don't wear because somebody else think it's weird or something. It look weird. You know what I'm saying? The worst life you can live is thinking about what somebody else think about you. Now, of course, we don't want to give them. We don't want people to think negative. But if you are who you are, not committing crimes, not doing anything to bother people, and you are who you are, and they may think you weird or strange or antisocial or whatever, then oh well, you are who you are. Without giving people the reason to cast their judgment. And if they do, oh well. A person who thinks independently remind followers of everything they're scared to become. That's why a lot of leaders are usually isolated. You got people who well, I'm gonna just say original thinkers. You got original thinkers who think for themselves. They get attacked a lot. Society rewards obedience more than authenticity. See, this the shit that people don't be want to talk about. If I was getting on here talking about some butt naked hoes, shaking ass, some shit in the hood, I'll have a lot of people on here watching that. But if anybody don't want to have positive conversations, then they're not growing themselves. It's easy to talk about some foolishness. That shit is simple. You know how much bullshit I can get on here and talk about? But if that's what you're looking for, this is not the place. You got a lot of people build their own identity by hating somebody else. They'll base their identity by hating somebody else. Because without drama, they don't have no damn personality. That's why miserable groups always need enemies. Yeah, miserable groups always need enemies. Because conflict gives weak people purpose. And when you being like independent, that don't make you antisocial. You know, a real loner, they're not bitter. They just emotionally free. I mean, they can love people. We can love people. I consider myself to be a loner. We can still love people. We can still build with people. Yeah, of course, we can still work with people. Without depending on approval. Without depending on approval from people. Weak people need crowds, y'all. They need the crowds. Just look at your surroundings. Look at the people you deal with. And just sit back and just take a think about it. Strong people appreciate people. But we don't emotionally depend on them. A crowd to give a weak person fake bravery. That's why you got a lot of people that they only disrespect somebody when they got backup around. Because like I said earlier, those weak-minded people, they need witnesses. They need backup. Then those cowards, they become comedians around groups. Some people only loud around their damn friends. But when they by themselves, it's a whole different energy. Y'all go hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel for those who's just now coming in. I really need y'all to do that for me. Check my chats. All right. Yeah, y'all go hit that subscribe button if y'all haven't done so already. Like I said, I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I know y'all got other things y'all could be doing. But yeah, though, some people, they'll rather betray themselves than risk rejection. You got people that fake laugh in your face. They'll even fake support stuff that they disagree with. Have these fake personalities and these fake ass lifestyles. Because rejection, it terrifies, it scares the shit out of those weak ass minds. Most people fear standing alone more than losing themselves. How am I keep letting my damn black and mind go off? See, this system, this world that we living in today, you got to realize this system don't fear followers. This United States of America, or this world we live in, it don't fear followers. You want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Because followers are predictable. Followers are predictable.
And if you couldn't hear me clearly, I said followers are predictable. That's why this system, they don't fear them type. Followers are easy to manipulate. This world, this system that we live under, it fears free thinkers, independent thinkers. The people who ask questions. The people who ain't just gonna go do no stupid, ill shit. Those people who reject peer pressure. You got these little guys, they might have what they call an OG. They little young gang members. The OG might go tell them, hey man, go over there and stick that gun up and try to take that dude's car or something. Little dude ain't gonna ask no questions. It could be out of fear or just poor mentality. The system fears people who reject that peer pressure, or people who refuse the trends, people who think critically, or just take the time out to think before reacting. Y'all know some of the shit that you might put on social media later on can affect your life later in life. You don't know what you may want to be later on in life. You don't know how your mind may change. You might want to run for some type of mayor or governor or whatever. You might want to go back to school to be a lawyer. I mean, we know our past gonna always follow us, but it's easier on this internet. That's why I suggest a lot of people should be careful some of the things that they put on social media. That's just my advice. I can't tell you what to do. I try not to put nothing on there that can bite me my ass later on in life. People who think critically, that type of person is dangerous to manipulation. I think pain creates independent people sometimes. And I think betrayal creates lone wolves. Once enough people disappoint you, you stop worshiping crowds. I'm gonna say that again. Once enough people disappoint you, you stop worshiping crowds. That's why some of the strongest people on this planet move quietly. Because life taught them. Life taught them that
if I don't save myself, nobody's coming to save me.
that's what life taught them. That's what life taught me. If I don't save myself, nobody's coming. One sad thing about it, y'all, and this is the truth. This is the honest to God truth. A lot of people don't never in their whole life become their own individual. Ever in life. They'll die. Some people die followers. Yeah, some people die followers. Man, what you talking about you late again? You know, I always send my little flyers out earlier during the day. And I usually start at 8 o'clock. You're gonna have to go on YouTube and turn the notifications on. So every time I do a video, it'll automatically pop up on your phone. I don't know if y'all realize y'all can do that. You can go on YouTube and hit that little bell. It's gonna have a little bell. You turn notifications, all of them. It's gonna say all. And every time I go live or post anything on YouTube, even if I schedule a live show, it's gonna notify your phone. Yeah, you always come in at the ass end. So I was saying, most people spend a whole lifetime and they don't never become an individual. Some people die as followers. You know, followers trend and followers fear. You got these followers of crowds, followers of approval, and never truly discovering who they are outside the influence. Imagine spending your whole life performing, never actually becoming yourself. So I think a lot of times, you know, I think it's good for people to spend time to themselves. They get to learn who they actually are. And when somebody piss you off sometimes, just go sit to yourself. That'll let you know who you actually are. It'll let you know how you look at things and how you react to things. And you got time to control your emotions before you do something silly. Because sometimes you can do some stuff and sometimes people don't forgive you for it. especially if you constantly doing the same thing over and over. Sometimes the forgiveness run out. I think even Jesus get tired of forgiving. If he might forgive you a couple of times, but you constantly doing the same thing. How many times you expect for him to forgive you? That shows him you're not trying to do right. And he knows that we not perfect. He knows we are temptation sometimes get the best of us. But are you even trying? But at the end of the day, anybody can be tough with backup. As long as you got some good old backup, everybody can be tough. Everybody can bark like a big dog when they got a crowd behind them. But the real test of character is, who are you alone? When you're alone, who are you? Who are you without applauses? Without your crew? Without your audience? And without that validation, who are you? Can you still stand on principles when everybody is against you? Ask yourself that question. That's real strength. You know, someone folks can't think, so that is why some hate followers. You know someone, you have to type that over. I think you probably got a typo error. I can't quite understand that one. I think you typed it out wrong. And like I said, if anybody disagree with anything I said, y'all feel free to let me know. If I'm saying anything, I don't want to, well, it's not that I'll be wrong. It's just you in disagreement with me. I think I'll be pretty much head on, but I don't expect everybody to agree. I'll be a fool if I think everybody was going to agree with me. I see everybody complaining about this song. Is it who is this girl? Is it Glorilla? Got this song out that everybody all on the internet talking about. How she promoting crime or something or whatever. I don't know the name of the song. I don't even know what made me think about that. But anyway. Yeah, y'all. So can you stand on real principles when everybody else is against you? That's where real strength comes from. Most people need crowds because they haven't built themselves internally. But an independent person independent people can walk in this world alone and still remain solid. Yeah. A strong-minded person, independent person, they can walk alone in this wild and crazy world and still be solid. Ladies, if y'all just not coming in, if y'all need those braids for the summertime, I got the person for you. I got the person for you. See how you looking good for the summer. That's Knotted by Jay. She got the discount prices from June 1st through June the 8th. She does an excellent job. I've seen her work. Once again, if y'all need anything, promotions, any type of small business or anything you trying to launch for a small fee, I will help promote it for you all. So as I come to a closing, if you still got a mind of your own in a world full of followers, hit that like button for your boy. If you still got your own mind in a world full of followers, you will hit that like button right now. If you ever lost friends because you refused to fake who you are, drop a comment in the comment section. And if you tired of fake toughness, fake people, and program thinking, share this live because somebody may need it. Because tonight I think I spoke the truth. Most people too scared to admit. Yeah, a lot of people scared to admit it. Thanks. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Now, if anybody want to call in, before I conclude this live video, I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank y'all for your support, and I hope you learned something. That's why I like to get callers. I like to hear different aspects because I like to learn from you all also. Sometimes y'all can make me think differently. You know, a lot of people, let's say you're on a job and you just quiet and, you just don't deal with people. And maybe it's not that you don't want to deal with people. You're just a quiet person. That's who your character is. And you never did anything to somebody on that job. You know it's going to be people that still don't like you, even though you never done anything to them. Do y'all realize that? So when you want to join a crowd and always want to fit in, think about that. People going to have their things to say. They going whether you doing good or doing bad, or whether you social or antisocial, people going to always have their thoughts on you. But you can't control what people think. You can only do you. And if they don't like it, they can step far the fuck away. They can step far the fuck away if they don't like it. We try to do the best we can to be genuine, and that's all I ever want to do, try to be a genuine person. And I know I'm working on myself each and every day. I work on myself because I still got flaws. I got plenty of them. And that don't happen overnight. I know we all dealing with our own demons. We all got issues. Some of us, it take a little longer time to get rid of some of those demons and stuff. But you just got to constantly work on it, pray about it, and try to surround yourself with people that you know care about you. Even when things not so perfect, when you're going through hardships, surround yourself with those people that's going to still be around. Even if you fall flat on your ass. And ask yourself, do you think you got any people like that surround you? And ask yourself, do you think you'll be willing to stick around when somebody fall flat on their ass? Because sometimes people are part-time lovers. They love you when it's beneficial. A lot of people want to be around you when it's beneficial. But when you can't offer them anything, you might drink liquor. If you stop drinking, those same people ain't gonna want to be around you because you're not still indulging in those same habits. While you trying to grow, they still stuck behind doing the same thing, or whatever the situation may be. People don't like to see people growing and developing. It's sad to say it, but it's the truth. So we just got to stay focused, y'all. We got to help each other overcome these battles. I know it ain't easy. People out here competing with each other. That's some silly psychological shit too. Trying to compete with somebody. You got these young parents out here, and I'm finna get off the topic for a little while. You got young parents raising kids. And sometimes those kid parents are so immature that they are competing with their own child. Sometimes these young adults that's raising kids compete and jealous of their own damn child. And what kind of mentality is that? That's when you got young people having kids. That might be my next topic, kids raising kids. But I've seen it. You got parents jealous of their own kids. And I don't even see how that's possible, but it exists. Trust me, I've seen it. I've been on this planet Earth for a long time. I just don't see how that's possible. But y'all, with that being said, y'all, nobody's gonna call in and share any information or anything. I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes before I close this video. I'm gonna give y'all a little preview of a little song, up and coming artist. I'm gonna give y'all a preview as I close out of here. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Y'all stay on the lookout for this new music coming out, y'all. All right. I don't know if they want their self to be exposed right now. Sometimes people don't like that fame, that glory, and that attention. But y'all be on the lookout for this up and coming artist. I really do appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all share the live. Tell your friends and family about DM the Plug. And like always, I thank y'all for plugging in with DM the Plug. And we're going to continue to grind. Y'all know if y'all feeling generous, y'all can hit up that Cash App. So I can bring this, I can upgrade the channel, make it a better platform. All proceeds will go into the platform. I thank you all.